So, in this video, I'm going to talk about one of the hardest decisions that I have made in my life. And honestly, if you would have told me this 2 years ago, I would have laughed. In this video, I'm going to tell you about how I joined SST and why I joined SST and my entire journey. Hey everyone, my name is Lokesh and I'm a first year undergrad at Scalar School of Technology. And in this video, I'm going to tell you my whole honest story that how I found SST and why I chose SST over other new tech gen colleges. So let's start from the beginning. When I was in 12th, I was also exploring colleges like most students do in their school life. There were traditional colleges, new gen colleges, and private colleges. One of the colleges that got my attention was Scalar School of Technology. It is not because of the advertisement, but because of the curriculum it had, and it actually attracted me because when I was in 12th, I was very interested in coding and programming, and then I decided to give it one shot. When I gave the NSET for the first time, I actually didn't got selected in that. I actually scored only 4 percentile in that, so I thought that I will give it one more shot after 12th. But life had another plan for me. Like, some issues came into my life and I eventually have to give up on Scalar School of Technology, and I actually accepted it and moved on. And later I joined a normal BTech engineering college. Now, coming to the reason why I left my previous college. Whenever people hear that I left my previous college, they assume that my college was bad, but this is actually not the truth. The college was actually good. The faculty was also good. The campus was actually a huge, but deep inside, I wasn't happy because I wanted to learn programming, some tech related things that were not present in that college. After being that college for 6 months, I started asking myself this question: if I spend my next 4 years in this college, will I be happy? And every single time the answer was no. This question started bothering me, not because the college was bad, but because my goal was different. And every single time I was studying in that college, the physics and chemistry, I started feeling like that I am wasting my potential. Eventually, I decided to leave that college. After around 6 months, I started looking again. And this time, I wasn't just looking for marketing, advertising, or website, but I was looking the answer of the fundamental question. What are students actually doing? What kind of environment exists there? And what are outside the classroom that the students are discussing in their life? Because honestly, every college website looks amazing, but what actually matters is that what the student of that college is doing. Here's when Scalar came back into the picture again, and this time I researched more deeply, even more deeply than the previous time. I talked to seniors, I connected with the students who are doing internship, I connected to the faculty also. I asked them every single thing that I wanted to know. The answer was very surprising. They were always satisfying my curiosity every single time. After hearing all the answers, I gave one more shot to SST, and fortunately this time I got selected. That was my story. Coming to the why I joined Scalar. That's why you click on this video and wanted to know that why I joined Scalar over other new gen colleges. Now, before joining SST, I also looked into other new gen colleges that were also present in India. They were also surprising, like they were also providing the same value that the Scalar was providing at the time. So I had to figure out which one is the best fit for me. What makes SST better choice for me? The first one is location. SST is in Bangalore, and whenever we talk about the technology, hackathon, startup, or any tech related thing, Bangalore comes in the front of that, and that was one of the major factor. Everything is happening in Bangalore. If you are in technology domain, it is very hard to ignore that surrounding. And the second thing was curriculum. SST was also teaching DSA, web development, and practical learning. This is one of the advantages why I chose SST over other new tech colleges. And the third thing was people. When I talked to my senior, they told that the most of the teacher here are actually from industry. There is a big difference between learning a concept and applying that concept into the real life, and this is what industry people will teach you here. The one more thing is culture. The culture in SST is very different from other colleges. Every single month we have 2 to 3 hackathons happening in our campus, and this is one of the major advantage that Scalars give you. And when you are surrounded by the people who are always building things and trying to solve new problems, you tend to become more like them. Coming to the experience that I had in Scalar School of Technology, I'm a first year undergrad at Scalar, and it's been almost a year I am studying here. So here are some questions that I'll answer that was asked by juniors. Should I choose SST over other colleges? And my answer is no. You shouldn't choose SST if your goal is different. Like, suppose if your goal is to become an aerospace engineer or a mechanical engineer, then SST is not a right fit for you. On the other hand, if you are very interested in tech and AI related thing, then Scalar is a good option for you because it will give you much more advantage than a traditional college. Are placement and internship guaranteed? No, nothing is guaranteed. You still have to put in the effort. College will give you opportunity, but it will not force you to choose that opportunity. Remember this, most of the people who have cracked internship are actually very hardworking. If I talk about the real data, around 96.3% of the students from first batch has received internship with the average stipend of 31,000, and the highest stipend was 2 lakh per month. And if I talk about the placement, 36% of the students from third year have received the intern to placement offer. When I left my previous college, a lot of my friends were asking, aren't you taking the biggest risk of your life? And my answer was, yes, maybe I am. Sometimes staying on the same place is bigger risk than trying a new thing. And if I hadn't taken this risk, then I would have definitely regretted for the rest of my life. The funny thing is that I thought that my SST story is ended after 12th grade, but somehow life bring me back here. And that's why the journey means a lot to me. It feels different when you give up on your dreams, but your dreams don't give up on you. And if you're thinking to join Scalar, use my referral code to get 50% off in your first and set test. Link is in the description and pinned comment.